Hi, welcome to a video made by a blind person. Yeah, too blind to care what the visuals look like. Hi everyone, I just thought I'd make this video or part of a video or whatever I decide to make this. I don't know whether to start a vlog and make this the first part of the vlog or make this the only part of this video, but this is the first time I have ever recorded a video or a part of a video on this. This is the voice memos app on my phone, and I'm gonna edit this and make it sound like I want it to sound, and then save it as an MP3 and put it in with the rest of the parts of the file that I'll merge together and make one big vlog or sit down video. I'm at work, and this is what happens sometimes. When you take paratransit into work, when you tell them you want to be there at 9:45, they get you there maybe at 8:45. That happens. And especially if they send a not my favorite cab company in the world. I am not saying their name, but I guess that is one positive thing about the cab company, is when you connect with them and they pick you up, you go straight to your destination. I can't remember the last time I was picked up by a cab and they stopped to pick somebody else up. I think in all the times I've ever had a cab pick me up, they always picked me up and took me straight there. But again, you end up where you're wanting to go early. And so the point is, I've got over an hour before I have to go in and start work. So I might just as well record this now, right? I'm just in our break room. You know, I just am going to say that my ultimate desire with YouTube, of course, it's to entertain people. It's to let people know that just because you're blind shouldn't mean you can't do, doesn't always have to mean you can't do. Just because you're blind shouldn't mean you can't YouTube. And by the way, since just because you're blind shouldn't mean you can't YouTube, if other people can succeed on YouTube, why the hell can't I? I mean, there are a lot of people that, well, I don't know about, yeah, there probably are a lot of people, some of which I don't even know about, but who succeed on YouTube. I mean, I believe Jess Fam, for example, literally has her job as YouTube. If you asked her what she did for a living, she's a YouTuber. I believe that is the case, as it is with Brittany and Baby, and probably plenty of other people too. Even Jay Lattimore Vlogs, I believe she makes some money on her channel. First of all, I want to say that I don't know anything about how much money these people make, and it's none of my freaking business. But if they can make money on YouTube, why can't I? Don't tell me it's because I'm blind. I don't accept that. Just because you're blind doesn't mean you can't YouTube. And I am going to spend, if I have to, the rest of my life proving that. Not that I'm the only blind YouTuber out there. Just because you're blind shouldn't mean you can't YouTube, and so if you heard the behind the scenes stuff that was going on, this is why it is not a good idea to try to do a one take. In the break room at work. Because all the editing out that you end up doing of people like walking through, I mean, that's just kind of what you get when you try to do this stuff at work. But yeah, I would not do a one take. And this is why I'm doing it on voice memos. This is part of the reason why I'm doing it on voice memos. And I'll be editing it to perfect it, partially because it's going to be a auditory video, as as it were. I'm going to use Tunes to Tube to take this perfectly edited file when it gets perfectly edited and make a YouTube video. But anyway, just because you're blind doesn't mean you can't YouTube. With Tunes to Tube and editing programs, you can turn an MP3 recording that you make into a viable YouTube video. But it doesn't turn into a money-making YouTube video until you get monetized. And I could do a whole separate video about the fact that if you don't meet certain standards, YouTube won't even consider saying anything but no when you say, can I get remonetized? And first of all, I hate that you took my monetization away in the first place. Can I get it back? No. You have less than 1,000 subscribers and less than 5,000, 4,000, whatever it is, hours of watch time. No, you can't. That's YouTube's position on anyone right now. I could do a whole separate video about that, about how that makes me mad, about how I hate the fact that because you don't meet these seemingly impossible, especially if you're just starting out, standards, YouTube thinks you don't deserve to make money on your videos. But that's why at the end of every video I ask you to sign the Do Not Demonetize petition. I believe it's still up there. Until I find out it's not up there, I'm going to keep asking you to sign it and putting the video about it in the description box below. The Do Not Demonetize petition was written by a small YouTuber who felt and still feels, I'm sure, the same way that I feel. Just because you're new, or just because you're starting out, or just because you don't have a huge-ass audience, shouldn't mean you can't use this as a side job. Don't get me wrong, I love my job, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. But there's always been more money that I would like to spend than money I have to spend. That's kind of always been my life. And I've been kind of trying to live around that by using credit cards. I can no longer allow myself that luxury because every time I have in the past, I've buried myself alive in debt. And then when you do make money, you can't even enjoy it because most of it's got to go to pay off your freaking debt. So now I'm almost completely out of debt. I have like $200 or $300 to pay to a relative, and that's the only debt I have. And I intend to keep it that way. And the way to keep it that way is not to go get another credit card. But the way to keep it that way is also not to have 600 or so coming in a month and have enough to spend money on that you're spending 6,000. Okay, maybe it's not that bad, but the point is, you can always stand to make more money, and that's why any kind of side gig that I can actually do would be cool. I mean, something like Postmates, obviously. Okay, because you're blind, you really can't do Postmates. You can't drive. You can't travel around town even on a bike. I don't know about doing Postmates, or my friend used to do Grubhub. I don't know about doing a thing like that on a bike anyway. I mean, would you really be able to keep things from spilling all over the place? Well, if one's determined enough, they can make it work. But if one's too blind to be able to drive or transport themselves, you might have some problems with that job. So I obviously am looking for other things that I can do. If I ever find the thing that I can do on the side to make some extra money, maybe I should do a video about it. How does a blind person work on the side? Or what side jobs can a blind person do? I wish YouTube could be a side job. I'm going to say at this point that I'm still not going to give up hope that YouTubing can be a side job for a blind person. But blind or sighted, they've got these standards that you have to meet, and that's what the Do Not Demonetize petition is all about. In the beginning, when he first wrote it, it was YouTube, don't do this. Do not demonetize people just because they don't have 1,000 subscribers, or 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. We were asking them not to do it, and February 20th, they did it anyway. And I think the petition's still up there because now it's, okay, you did it. but you can overturn it. You can, you can still put things back to the way they were, and we wish you would do that. That's why I'm always asking you to sign the Do Not Demonetize petition. If you feel like I do, like if you have a talent for creating videos, you should be able to make money off of that talent. Whether you have 1,000 subscribers or a tiny handful of subscribers, sign the Do Not Demonetize petition. Anyway, where was I going with this? If they can succeed on YouTube, why can't I? Because you're blind is not an answer I'm willing to accept. So I'm still going to keep making videos and hope that one of these days it results in me actually making some money. One thing I wanted to say was, if you want something bad enough and other people have done it and you don't see why you shouldn't be able to do it and you want it bad enough, fight for it. I guess that's what people mean when they say follow your dreams. And taking what I'm learning about this editing program and my ability to kind of create sound files and make money with them, that's something I should be able to do. Whether it's YouTube or if there's some other kind of, I don't know what other places there are, but if some other entity would think I deserve to make money on this stuff and this entity doesn't, success in 5 years versus success in 65 years, what are we going to do? Hopefully it won't take that long, but this will probably be the beginning of a vlog because I'm not really sure what the point is of this. If I posted this as it was, I'm not even sure what the point of the video would be. Unless it's follow your dreams, fight for your dreams. And as I always say, this is seriously going to become one of my mottos. Just because you're blind shouldn't mean you can't YouTube. And hopefully one of these days, it'll even make me some money. I just can't imagine how long that's going to take. Okay, I take that back. That is 12 minutes long. What I said was going to be the beginning of the vlog is a 12-minute long monologue. So I don't know if you'd call this a vlog, a sit-down video, or something in between, but I am going to call this the end of this video and stop it now and maybe create another vlog that you'll see another time, because this is never, if I start vlogging 12 minutes into it, the video is never going to end. So thank you for watching. Please sign the Do Not Demonetize petition if you feel the same way I do, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.